Shout out to Logan. AirTag stalking controversy leads Tile to add its own anti-stalking feature. Well, this was the thing when we started talking about this originally. People said, what about Tile? What about Tile? Couldn't they do it to Tile? Tile's been around forever. No one cared when it was Tile. All of a sudden, everybody cares because it's Apple. Well, yeah, you're right. Okay.
But it is a numbers game.
Of course, everybody cares once it's Apple because it affects people differently. It brings it to the limelight. All of a sudden, people are using these tracking devices that otherwise weren't interested in it or interested as much. More people carrying them around. Greater awareness within the software, et cetera, et cetera. All these iPhones that are out in the wild that can now interact with these things natively. AirTag stalking controversy, which forced Apple to beef up protections offered against misuse of the tracking device, has led Tile to follow the Cupertino company's example. Apple built 2 anti-stalking features into AirTags. First, iPhone users will be automatically alerted if an unknown AirTag is moving with them. Second, AirTags will emit a sound if they are separated from their owner for a significant amount of time. This is why Willie Doo found it curious that when he went onto Etsy, he found users selling disabled AirTags with the speaker having been detached internally.
Yeah, I
the
remember
little wires components being removed. The company later created an Android app that allows owners of competing phones to manually search for AirTags. So if you were, I guess, even that is kind of weird. Like what person is skeptical of having been stalked and then they're going to open the app on their Android and they're like, let me just scan.
Yeah. I'm not going to do that.
Let me scan for bugs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know, though. Maybe if you have the obsessed ex-boyfriend.
Oh, you want to be double sure?
You specifically.
Right.
I had Will. He's going. He knew. Will knew what I would.
Yeah.
He knew.
I sensed it.
Anyway,
before
so
you said it.
so you may be skeptical of certain people, relationships, and then you're like, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna scan right now because I feel a little off.
Right.
I feel
fishy.
Something's a little off. I just caught this intuition here. So then you can run it, but it's not as good as it being in the background and letting you know. That's obviously way better.
It's like the fact that you have to open the app like every day if you're skeptical.
I know.
And just scan.
I know. You become paranoid, just constantly scanning for AirTags. But I don't know. Maybe could law enforcement use it? I mean, I'd be really curious as to who's doing and running these scans. But anyway, Tile has, man, you start seeing these controversies and stories if you're a company like Tile and you say, oh, we better get ahead of this. So you get the programmers going and everybody starts, rapidly figuring out how to implement similar things so that they can remain competitive as people start to request these type of features and seeing that AirTags happen to have it. So the scan process doesn't offer a precision finding tool that will allow people to locate a Tile device that's close to them. Instead, Tile notes that users will have to walk or even drive a certain distance away from their original location to work. The full scan can take up to 10 minutes of uninterrupted time to complete and deliver the most accurate results. Tile says it won't work if you're just walking around in your home or in a crowded place like on public transportation where it could detect other tiles nearby. So they have their own version. These are limitations compared to AirTags, but they have something. They have some kind of anti-stalking situation.